Hey everybody, Mrs. Bianchi. We're looking at, I think this is question 7. Dominic is building a bench with a seat in the shape of a trapezoid. One base is 5 feet, so I did the best I could to draw that. So maybe this line right here, 5 feet. The other base is 4 feet, so I did the best I could to draw that. The perpendicular distance between the bases is 2 5/10 feet, so I did my best to duplicate that. So maybe that red line would represent the 2 5/10 feet. What is the area of the seat? We just need to plug these numbers into the formula. Step 1, write the formula down on your sheet of notebook paper. Step 2 is we'll substitute in the values. So what's the constant? The half is the constant. What the numbers are for base 1 and base 2, the two lines that are parallel to each other would always be base 1 and base 2. And quite honestly, it doesn't matter which one you choose to be base 1 and which one you choose to be base 2, because in the end, you're just going to add them up and you'll get the same sum anyway. All right, so the height we said is this number right here, the 2 5/10. All right, so the next step would be to add, because this is in parentheses, we're going to add these two numbers together, and that would end up giving us 9. So we have to take half of 9 and multiply also that with 2 5/10. Now, a lot of 6th graders get confused when you have a mix of fractions and decimals, and you have to do a computation with both types of formats. So what's the best approach? First, you should look to see if you have an even number. We don't. These are both odd numbers. So when you're dealing with both odd numbers, then your best strategy is to find the product of these two numbers. Let's use the calculator for that. I'm going to clear it. We're doing 9 times 2 5/10. And we get this number. Let's write it down. 22 5/10. So we have to take half of 22 5/10. What's the best way to take half of 22 5/10? So I'm going to show you on the calculator. I'm not going to reveal the answer because you're going to do that. But the best way to do it, you have two ways. The fastest way and the fewest buttons to press is to take this factor and put it in first, 22.5 or 22 5/10, and know that a half is the same thing as dividing by 2. So if we hit divided by 2, and then we hit the equal sign, which you're going to do, then you'll have the answer. Now, if that's confusing to you because you're looking at a multiplication sign and you're confused, why are we doing division? If that confuses you, then you can rethink this as its equivalent. So what's equivalent to a half? The equivalent to a half is 5/10. If you were to take the numerator, which in this case is 1, and divide it by the denominator, which is 2, so I will show you that on the calculator, 1 divided by 2, oops, I forgot to clear it first. 1 divided by 2, we get that number, right? So if you're confused about why are we dividing, then just use this equivalent for a half and multiply it by this number, and that's another way to get the answer. And of course, the answer, whatever number you get, don't forget this is going to be square feet. So put the exponent of a 2 after feet. All right, good luck finishing that up.